Look, it's 23rd MAB, and we home, man. Let's cook. Hey, man, let's get straight into it. Look, so we got Jay-Z being accused of doing some wild shit to a 13-year-old. Y'all been sending me videos. I've been seeing things all day about this whole situation, and I want to get more of a breakdown. So hopefully Chiz can break that down for me, because right now I only know surface level things. I mean, clearly 50 Cent has made a few posts about this, but let's get straight into it. Like button, sub button. Let's get it.
Oh man, listen to me and listen to me good. I want all of you guys to stay inside the next 3 weeks. We're so close to 2025. Please, please, please stay your ass inside. It is getting messy and nasty outside.
I agree.
Tonight, Jay-Z was named in the civil lawsuit of allegedly raping a 13-year-old girl in year 2000 along with Diddy. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man, this was very, very shocking to hear. Jay-Z is a global icon. He means a lot to a lot of fans of hip-hop and also fans internationally. He's pretty much the inspiration to a lot of rappers and athletes. Growing up, everybody wanted to be just like Jay-Z. So once you hear news like this about your childhood hero, you're obviously shaken up hoping it's not true. Jay-Z quickly put out a statement 10 minutes after to deny the claims. According to Jay-Z, the lawyer is a clout chaser. Jay-Z pretty much claims that the lawyer was trying to blackmail him behind the scenes. He basically wanted money from Jay-Z, and once Jay refused, the lawyer went public with the lawsuit. And it was all intentional. The lawyer knows exactly what kind of damage this kind of allegation does to your reputation. Jay-Z works with a lot of brands. He's in real estate. He's got a liquor company. He's got Rock Nation that's in sports.
Another thing is, look, allegations get on my nerves. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. You know what's unfortunate? It's like, let's just say if Jay-Z is innocent, what happens to the girl that's accusing Jay-Z or falsely accusing him of these allegations? Nothing ever happens to the person you hear about the white girls accusing the black men of taking advantage of them while they in college, or they doing something, or in the NFL or the NBA, and then they find out that they lied, and then nothing happens. They get off scot-free. Like, that's my only problem with the situation. Like, if he did it, send the nigga to jail for life. I don't send that nigga to jail. I don't care, right? But if he's innocent, what happens? Because this could really damage his brand, his relationship, his businesses. And like he said, like, I read the post about him and him having to explain this to his daughter and his daughter friends. His daughter is around the age where she can understand what's going on. Now her friends looking at her like she crazy. Now the parents of her friends is like, well, shit, you ain't going over there. If you're like 13-year-olds, well, shit, you about 13 around here. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't let my daughter around that nigga right now. I'm like, hey, baby, you staying the fuck home. You gonna see the Carter soon. Let this shit blow over. You know what I'm saying? You might not ever go over there. Y'all gonna have FaceTime dates. Y'all better have FaceTime sleepovers around this bitch, because you ain't going over there. So it's real damaging, for real. Even if it's not true, it's still damaging in a sense. I'm telling you.
Artists that he manages as well. And on top of that, Jay-Z works closely with the NFL to plan the Super Bowl every single year. Speaking of Super Bowl, 50 Cent popped out and he had a question about the Super Bowl next year. As quiet as 50 has been on social media about Drake's lawsuit, 50 Cent would not miss out on the chance to clown Jay-Z. 50 went on Instagram to say, okay, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you do, 50, but okay. But are we gonna still have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend. Now, one of the funniest things about 50's response is that 50 has actually been calling out Jay-Z ever since the whole Diddy thing went down months ago. And yes, I keep receipts. 50 Cent was on Instagram asking, yo, has anybody seen Jay-Z? He's been awfully quiet lately, basically trying to allude that Jay-Z might have some skeletons in his closet. Or maybe 50 is just still salty that Jay did not want him to perform at the Super Bowl.
He told Dr. Dre, just for people who's not up on this, or Eminem, that he didn't want you to perform part of that Super Bowl they had a couple years ago. Why do you think that is?
Well, I just
threatened. Possibly.
Not even threatened. You know, I think it's just when you take the competition from, like, our culture is competitive, man. It is, but I think when it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand that. Like right now, he's not even competing for a slot. You don't have a new song out that he want to be on the top 10 or top 5, and you still competing. It don't make sense. Like, what are we competing for at them? What's the goal? Like this even like a lot of this, even a lot of the competitive stuff, or what we would call it beef, right? And it changed. The terminology changed when it's Biggie and Tupac, because we start saying the things that people would say that cause beef in the environment.
Right.
When before that they called it battling in our culture.
Right.
Right. Because that's what it is until it turns into some street shit. So
facts. That's facts.
You're not competing for those things anymore, and you start looking and you're going, so what was the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem?
You can't exactly remember what the problem was. That's what went through with Joe. Like my issue with Joe, I was like, yo, I think what was the like? When did we bump into each other and have an altercation or anything?
Right.
It wasn't that. It was just he's loyal to a default.
Now, other people in the industry are calling cap on this lawsuit, and they're supporting Jay-Z. Meek Mill, who's a longtime friend of Jay-Z, he used to be signed to Jay-Z's Roc Nation management company. Meek said, yo, guys, I got it. I figured this all out. The goal is to start a false narrative to create a matrix web. If you can control the storyline, you can control the matrix. American media is totally unbelievable. I see, quote-unquote, Jay-Z, a 13-year-old 300 times scrolling is called programming. Or Meek, hey, maybe, brother, it could just be called breaking news. That's not to say Jay-Z is guilty of whatever the news headline says, buddy.
I do have a question for y'all, man. Like, honestly, I see Jay-Z getting some support. Like, but Diddy, he didn't get no support because we all kind of knew. We all knew this for years that he been doing some wild shit behind the scenes. Like, we all knew this, right? So I wasn't surprised about Diddy. Like, he been a freaky nigga since like 01. You know what I mean? So that's like over a decade of freakiness. That's a LeBron career of freak. Like, God, that nigga been a freak for 2 decades, bro. You not tired of that shit? You can't. Anyway, look. Now, Jay-Z is going to be a harder one to prove, right? Like, no previous allegations. And if he would have settled outside of court, that right there would have had the same effect than when Diddy settled with Cassie, right? When he settled with Cassie, it opened up the floodgates. Like, well, he settled for her for more than 100 and something. Like, I think it was over like 50 million, 100 million, whatever. She settled, got her money, and she went away. She like, I'm good now. You can go and do whatever you want. I don't care. You paid for whatever, you good. Then the other girls is like, hold on. Right? Even if it, you know what I mean? Like, now I'm taking you to court. Let's see if you're going to settle with all of us. So the hardest part is, how do you prove that this happened with Jay-Z and Diddy? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Y'all let me know. Any lawyers out there who watch me, I'm curious to know if this 13-year-old girl or 13-year-old girl at the time, and she said that her and Diddy ran a train on her or whatever the case may be, how does she prove this? And with cameras, pictures, texts, like, how does this work? You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate because if it did happen, I know she ain't got that much proof because this is when she was 13 years old. And I'm sure she wasn't over there 13 taking pictures in 2000, like trying to, you know, and it wasn't like, it wasn't like no damn, it wasn't that many cameras back then. You know what I'm saying? Technology wasn't the way it is now. Like, niggas are still out there chirping. You hear me? Niggas still had their Nokia phone playing Snake. You know what I mean? So it wasn't booming like that with technology back then. So I'm curious to know how she gonna prove it, and how do you convict someone without any proof? Like, it's wild work. Unless she say some crazy shit like that boy left testicles is draggy. You know what I'm saying? Or she say some shit that you know, then yeah.
I'm with Meek. I don't think it's right, but brother, you have to understand how news media works. This is not a new thing that just started happening over the last 2-3 years. Once a story breaks about a celebrity, you're going to have a lot of news outlets reporting the same story. Doesn't mean that the story is true or false. Each platform has to get the news out to their own specific audience. And this is not just an American media thing. If you guys watch Spanish news, the same thing happens. German news, the same thing happens. Meek, when you drop your mixtape or your album, once it's posted by one outlet, you're going to have plenty other outlets repost the same story to their audience. It doesn't only happen when it's bad news, Meek. Now, Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast also reacted to this Jay-Z news. Maul's big brother is Biggs. Biggs, along with Jay-Z and Dame, were all co-founders of Rockefeller Records. Maul tweeted saying, yo, that lawsuit is not gonna fly. Now, we also got some comedians weighing in as well. Michael Blackson said, I'm sorry, but this Jay-Z accusation don't even sound realistic. You telling me anybody at any point can go and file a sexual lawsuit against anyone without no evidence?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, kind of, Michael Blackson. Lil Duval also echoed the same sentiment. He said they put out the most outrageous accusations and y'all just automatically believe it.
Yeah.
Peter Rosenberg even weighed in saying, yo, guys, the way people have been waiting for Jay-Z to be accused of something is disgusting, and I applaud the aggressiveness of this response. These things are nothing to play with.
His response was aggressive, and I respect his response. Like, he was not playing with him. He was letting them know. Like, his response was not on some pretty past shit. He was like sending out warnings to any other lawyer who want to try him. You know, he gonna look. The thing is with Jay-Z, he got a bag. He gonna countersue, defamation. Like, he's going for that lawyer. Like, that lawyer don't understand. Like, he better be ready for a real life fight because he gonna get his ass whooped.
Well, as you guys can see, outside of 50 Cent, Jay-Z is receiving a lot of support from people in the industry. Obviously, a lot of these guys look up to him. A lot of them have worked or they're partnered with Jay-Z. So they know how much Jay means to the culture. They know exactly what kind of damage this kind of lawsuit and accusation can do. And just like Diddy, people are going to hope that this is not true. You guys tell me what you think about these reactions from 50, Meek, Michael Blackson, Lil Duval, Maul, and Rosenberg. Like this video, I will
So right now, man, this situation is interesting because, like, of course, if a 13-year-old girl went through that, it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? And whoever did it, Jay, Diddy, I don't give a damn who it was, send them boys to jail. Don't give a damn. You know, whatever, she deserved it all. But if these are false allegations, then someone got to pay, bruh. Because you can't just, I just can't go to court and be like, Kelly Rowland took advantage of me. I wish I could say some shit like that, right? But it's just like, they're like, what? Right? Like, that don't, what you mean? I'm like, Kelly Rowland put something in my drink and took advantage of me, right? And then it's a whole lawsuit. Like, it's just crazy, bro, how this world works. And we gotta look, man. I don't know. I can't wait for more information to come out, and I hope everything gets settled soon because I want to know what's going on. And I'm sure there's going to be other big names that get dragged into the situation. Yeah, it's gonna be some other big names in there as well. I promise you. I kind of knew the whole Jay-Z thing was coming. I didn't know it was coming from this situation though, you know. And I know that Diddy is gonna snitch on trial. I think Diddy is gonna snitch on a lot of people, cause you know Harlem niggas. Salute to my New York niggas, but y'all are known for snitching. I ain't gonna lie, Harlem niggas is known for snitching. But I think Diddy would do whatever he can to get out of jail. And if he needs to snitch on other people in order to get out, he gonna snitch. He'll snitch to be with his family, and which I'm a snitch. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, if I'm in any trouble, I'm a civilian. I'm snitching. I'm getting home to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't not live by no street code. I'm getting the fuck home. You feel me? I gotta get her back home. I got kids, man. This is why I don't do no crime now. I'm out the streets because I don't want to go to jail. Ain't nothing there but big sloppy niggas. That's why I be thinking a lot of y'all niggas like penis. Ain't no coochie in there. It's boy coochie. You like boy. Y'all niggas like boy coochie. So y'all like to go on there and have a ball. So that to me is crazy work. Anyway, look, like button, sub button. I'm going to see you boys soon. Kingston, Majesty. Hey.